Hi, Shawn Ramey here with tip number 2 of 5 of starting and growing your own business. Creating a job when the job market sucks for yourself. Today I'm here to talk to you about speaking and listening. But first let's talk about listening. Some years ago I hired a business coach. He was a great mentor, phenomenal speaker. And I asked him, I said, Willie Jolly, how do I get my business off the ground immediately? He said, Shawn, I'm going to give you a 3-step plan that I want you to follow. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I want you to do. Step number 1, Willie Jolly told me to listen. And then he goes, Shawn, after you follow step 1, I want you to follow step 2. I want you to remain silent. And I said, remain silent? I said, well, Willie, what is step number 3? He said, man, step number 1 and step number 2. You got it. That's step number 3. See, the problem is that many business people, many entrepreneurs, many salespeople, they get into meetings and they run their mouths, never really listening to the customer. See, if you listen to the customer will tell you exactly what they're looking for. And if you listen to the customer, you'll find that your sales rate, your business rate will increase double-fold just by listening. And listening is even biblical. It says in the book of James, chapter 1, verse 19, should be quick to listen and slow to speak. And see, this brings up another important point, and that is the value in speaking up. You need to slowly speak, but you need to speak with confidence, and you need to speak up. There's a story about a man who was in search of a rare bird, and he was a flight attendant for United Airlines. So he hopped on a plane, and he flew to Africa, he flew to Australia, and he flew to Austria in search of this bird, but he could not find it. So he returned home. He was discouraged, and he stopped off at the local Petco over in Homewood, Illinois. And he sees the manager, and he tells the manager of his situation, and the manager says, hey, we've got the bird here. The guy's so excited that he whips out his credit card and he pays the manager on the spot. And he says, Mr. Manager, I am going away on holiday for 4 days. Have the bird delivered to my home. So the man goes away and he returns home 4 days later, and he rushes through the front door, and at the stove is his beautiful bride. And he says to her, honey, where is it? And she says, where's what? He says, where's my rare bird that speaks 5 different languages? His bride says, it's in the oven. He says, in the oven? Honey, didn't you know that was a one-of-a-kind bird that speaks 5 different languages? She said, honey, why didn't it speak up? See, that's the problem with many salespeople and many entrepreneurs. Yes, we'll listen. But then when it's time to speak with confidence, when it's time to speak up, we never do it. And here's what I want you to remember. Speaking up means, yes, you talk about your products, your services, your features, and your benefits, but also you ask for the order. 74% of all sales are lost because the sales representative failed to ask for the order. You don't have to be a victim of this. So to help you along in building your business endeavor, I've got an offer for you. My coach, Willie Jolly, I used to pay him a handsome investment of $4.99 an hour, 1 hour for his coaching services. I'm going to offer you 1 hour of my coaching services to get your business off the ground for $249. I'd like to meet with you at least once a month, but I tell you what, call my office for further details. You can reach my office at 708-257-3449. My office number, once again, is 708-257-3449. I've had a great time talking to you today, and I want you to understand that listening is a very good thing, and speaking up will always get the dollars out of the pockets of the customer.